And we can talk pattern of behavior too. Pattern of behavior of the narcissist, like using Lydia to make Allison jealous, and then using Allison to try to make me go crazy, apparently. Who was it that told you that would be a good first date, Timmy? Who was it that told you they wanted Pawpaw and an aversion table? How come you could never fucking, like, get your girl? You did all this shit for fucking attention? Like, that's fucking pathetic. Maybe if you would actually, like, go get your girl, you wouldn't have so many relationship problems. Yeah. Poor Timmy. Maybe if you had gone and got your girl in the first place, you wouldn't have so many problems either. But they're just going to keep multiplying. They're going to keep multiplying at this point every second, every hour, every minute, every millisecond. Because of your sloth, because of your spiritual sloth, because you abandon your duties to people that God put in your life to help you, but you didn't have a duty to help them. Not even when they told you that they were suffering and struggling. Not even when they said that their mom needed help getting back from another country, paralyzed, rotting. They were letting her rot, literally letting her rot. Literally. It took a long time to heal that bed sore. So, I don't know what the fucking point of all this was. But it's over. And at this point, I think a lot of people can see that Timmy didn't earn jack shit. Now, how much does Timmy pay people to repeat that Timmy is such a hard worker and he works all the time? But then he says stuff that contradicts it all the fucking time. And shows that he doesn't when he like runs his mouth on articles without research and stuff. I'm like, who still falls for this shit? Hey, I hope Tucker gets you too. I hope Tucker gets you too. Because when I gave you that advice in Vegas, you weren't just supposed to like go to one source and just keep like copying. You're supposed to like go to like all over YouTube, see what everybody's talking about, and they, like you're the laziest piece of shit. Oh, I'm just gonna like rig this thing up on Twitter and have Twitter tell me what's going on, and I don't have to go look at videos or do any kind of research at all. And then when it seems like the left is taking over Twitter or whatever, I cry about cancel culture and make it a big deal and all this fucking bullshit. Hey, maybe that girl deserved to be canceled. When you were telling me about, you were acting like she was such a victim, but now I've actually seen her post and stuff, and she advocates for eliminating whole groups of people, like Hitler. Like, what is this? What is this world? So maybe people like that shouldn't have a voice on social media, and if they keep saying shit like that, maybe they should start getting banned from Uber and bullshit like that, right? Right? I don't ever do that. But I'm not allowed a voice on social media. I'm not allowed a voice because I don't ever say that whole groups of people should be slaughtered. Because I know that it's easy to take one or two bad apples and make the whole group look bad. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. But you want them all eliminated. Fuck the innocent people. Fuck that we've tortured them for decades. Fuck that. And fuck that everybody, we're the victims, even though everybody says that nobody has a problem with Jews. I've never seen anybody have a fucking problem with Jews. What we have a problem with is people defending like genocide, and defending all this horrible shit that's going on, and then like their ego makes them like double and triple down on it, like, and it's crazy. It's crazy. The same people that cry about censorship. They're the same people. It's hard to take anybody seriously. It's hard to take anybody seriously. But yeah, pattern of behavior. Did the same thing. You got made Allison jealous of Lydia, and then tried to make me jealous of Allison. I'm never jealous of Allison. Allison ain't shit. Allison's never been shit. Tim didn't want to commit to Allison, and apparently Tim's known Allison a long time. That means you weren't just third on the totem pole. You've been passed up and passed up and passed up and passed up, and then finally you did something bad to get him all trapped in with you. You did something bad. Yeah, that's what I see. I don't see you as a good person, Allison. I will never see you as a good person. God doesn't see you as a good person. I can tell you that. Definitely not. Getting in the way of spiritual relationships. They're supposed to we're actually supposed to be doing something together that has a purpose. That has a purpose. And you can't have that. It's not going to be the same for y'all. It will never be the same for y'all. You're never going to have it. It wasn't meant for you. Okay? It wasn't meant for you. But now, let's see, Allison drugged Tim to hell, or Tim drugged Allison to hell, and Tim is dragging everybody to hell with him. Because Tim can't tell the damn truth. Hey, even Lydia knows the truth about me, huh? Allison don't, does she? Who does know the truth? Because Adam doesn't seem to know the truth of why Tim bought Pawpaw and Virgin Table. Christina doesn't seem to know why Tim bought the Pawpaw and the Virgin Table. Like, nobody seems to know except Tim why Tim bought the Pawpaw and the Virgin Table. And nobody seems to know at Tim why he read my messages every day and threw little bits and pieces of it into his videos every fucking day for years. Only Tim knows, apparently. Man, I wish I lived in California. There's a really badass lawyer there. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't like you at all. I'm pretty sure she would want to rip you a new asshole. I'm pretty sure she would want everything that... If she knew everything that you did, she would leave you with nothing. There is no grace for people who don't have any empathy. You're granted enough. I don't know why. Just go ahead and sleep with anybody and everybody that's nearby, I guess. That's what your plan was, right? Oh, there's so many girls, so many fish in the sea. I don't have to fulfill my obligation to the one that I called my wife. I don't actually have to make an effort. I just want her to make all the effort. But I call myself a man and think I'm so masculine. But when it came down to it, I didn't do my part. I didn't do my part to service to God. I didn't do my part to service to the person that helped me. But I'm such a man. I'm so masculine. I'm not toxic at all. What part of the last 5 years is masculine, Tim? And what part is... Yeah, none of it is. None of it is. Being a little bitch and repeating my messages back to me in your videos, that's not a man. It's a little bitch. It's a little fucking bitch. Not finding a way to help her when she helped you, especially when her mom needed to come home air flighted from another country. You were in town too. You were in Austin at that time, weren't you? But you would rather play games like, oh, I went to go play putt-putt with Allison because Danielle told me in Vegas that putt-putt and arcade would be a good first date or a good date or whatever. And you know how we got on that conversation? Because I was talking about somebody else that I dated because Tim was already trying to accuse me of being a fucking racist. Like, no, I went on a chick with a date with a black chick and it was awesome. I'm just a moron, okay? I'm just a moron, okay? Yeah, that's basically what I told him. She was hot too. And just awkward. I'm an awkward asshole and a moron, okay? That's why. He also wanted to keep calling me racist or act like I was racist because I kept asking him if there was any special cultural things that he does for holidays or anything. Because I find that stuff cool. But I'm a racist for finding that stuff cool. I find that stuff cool. I even find cultural stuff cool when I'm out and about. Like how I found the little corner of whatever, Mediterranean, whatever. I think that's cool. I like that shit. I like to incorporate more traditions. I think it would be cool if Timmy had more traditions to incorporate into a family. I mean, he did say something about that night too being my husband or some bullshit. I said, if I'm your if I'm your wife in the future, don't you think these things are important to discuss? Like, why are you already calling me a racist and stuff for just like, if you're gonna have children and have all this, like what the fuck is wrong with you? And and it's not that he was a liberal at that point. He was already defending Trump that night and trying to convince me that Trump supporters weren't bad and MAGA wasn't that bad because every experience I have online with MAGA is fucking terrible. And they instantly resort to name calling or instantly resort to screaming TDS just because you make a point about something and they don't like it. But apparently, MAGA is the same exact people they've always been because it comes out. It comes out. They tried to be good. They tried to pretend like they were nice people, but it's been coming out really bad lately. Yep. They can't even handle, like, they can't even handle animals are made of meat and meat is yummy. That's what y'all repeated at me like 5 million times. Like 5 million times. Every time I even started going like more fact-based and showing the graphs and stuff instead of the feeling-based. Like I've been doing this for like years and years and years and years and years. So you figure out like what you need to do, right? That's part of the certain set of skills that I've developed over the last decade or whatever. But you post like facts and stuff and they come back with animals are made of meat and meat is yummy. That's the kind of intelligence you get from the MAGA crowd. And that's the kind of intelligence I was getting from the MAGA crowd a long time ago, except it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was more hateful than that. And they would post stuff that was anti-gay and stuff, not anti-trans or transitioning kids or anything like that. It was anti-gay. So people think that Trump is anti-gay because MAGA was posting all this shit 2014, 2016, 2017, all the time. Those people don't like me. Even when you try to, when a free thinker goes into these cults, they kick them out. That's what happened to Taylor. Taylor was in the room when Ashley Babbitt was supposedly killed. The only one out of the J6ers, right? Nobody else ever talks about how they were in the room when Ashley was killed, that calls in or anything like that. And he doesn't think she's dead. And he didn't have J6 charges. He only had a civil suit or whatever because they wanted to sue him because some officer killed himself. And that was somehow Taylor's fault. Wild. But yeah, I think Taylor ended up where he wasn't supposed to be. I don't know if he ever ended up getting J6 charges, but they did end up smearing him in the media, saying they had bombs and guns and was planning to go kill Obama. He was behind Obama's house looking for tunnels, apparently. And we have seen parts of the stream and that day, and we have seen parts of the stream since then, and none of the fucking shit that they made up about him makes sense. Like, on the stream that morning, he walked by Secret Service on the way to the park that's behind Obama's house. I'm pretty sure he might have even tried to say something to them. Just like hi or whatever. So, for the media to say that Taylor was going to go kill Obama, he was going to go past Secret Service again, to go back to his van, to get a gun, or whatever, or get the bombs, or whatever. It's so stupid. Like, if he went down there to do something, he would have taken the stuff in the first place. But whatever. We all know they made it all up. We all know they made it all up. And that's fucking crazy. They smeared him in the media as somebody that tried to kill Obama. And completely lied about, like, bomb making materials and stuff. Now, he was living in his van when he was on his mission to get the J6 tapes for his lawsuit. But because of his lawsuit, because it was a lawsuit and not like a criminal case, he was having trouble getting the J6 tapes. So he was staying in DC until he got those J6 tapes in his van, which it's no surprise that you would be armed if you were living in your van and whatever. It's no surprise. Not a shocker. Not a shocker. So, while he was there is when all this stuff happened. He was looking for tunnels behind Obama's house. He had gone to the J6 corner several times, and they didn't really like him, and then they finally kicked him off because he doesn't believe Ashley Babbitt's dead. He believes Ashley Babbitt is an FBI agent, and there's some apparently proof of that, some paperwork that's signed by Babbitt that investigated Ashley Babbitt's death or investigated something. I don't remember what he said. That was like a year ago. And, you know, all my shit just gets deleted. I have everything saved on YouTube, and then people come and fucking just rip everything apart. And it's fucking fabulous. And so not only have to deal with fucking memory issues, I have to deal with stuff not being there that should be there. And, oh, by the way, the last time you got my channel deleted, you lost all my music again. Which makes me even more fucking crazy. Congratulations. All you're going to do is end up getting murdered. All of you. That's what you do. Like, what do you think is going to happen from all this? You're just going to make me miserable until I kill myself? No, I'm not going to kill myself. See, I've already been through that. And I decided a long time ago that I wasn't going to kill myself because I wasn't going to end up more fucked up than I already am. Because I would probably end up living. Because I've ended up living before. Yeah. So, all you gotta do is cause yourself to get hurt. With all this bullying and getting my shit deleted. You too, Tim. You too, everybody at Timcast that's fucking Kamala. Hey, y'all are all fucking Kamala. Y'all are all the same exact thing. Hey, Christina ended up at Timcast because she slept with Tim. That's the only reason she ended up there. Allison ended up at Timcast because she was sleeping with Tim. Lydia ended up at Timcast. Ended up sleeping with Tim. All these girls just wanted to get ahead, just like Kamala. They're all little demons, just like Kamala. They're not any different. They're the exact same. Oh, Hannah too. We're assuming that Hannah slept with somebody at Timcast. Probably pretty accurate too, huh? Even if it's not Tim. And chat likes to think it's Tim. If it is Tim, that's pretty fucking pathetic too. And I'll put her on the list.